I just
Hello?
realized I forgot to hit record.
Oh, it didn't record?
I just realized that I didn't hit the record, so we may go back up to some of the other questions.
Oh, man. Okay.
So I'm sorry. That's what that countdown was. Like, oh, crap. I saw the record, but I never hit record on this end. I'm recording on Streamlabs too, but I haven't had
Oh,
to not
gotcha.
hit
Okay. So,
record.
okay. Cool. Okay. Well,
So I apologize for that.
Are you editing this?
Actually, I don't know yet.
All right. Well, let me go back to so what advice I would give is, I made friends with people that were, at the same level as me, up and coming streamers playing the same game. And, we built a community amongst ourselves, had good friendships. And, then that, you don't do it to get their followers or anything like that. You do it so you have yourself a little background because, with us being in post-pandemic streaming world now, before the pandemic, if you were a streamer, you either were booming or you were flopping. But then when the pandemic hit, you had millions of millions. If you look it up, there's millions of people that became streamers, and the streaming game just got that much more difficult to become popular in. So it really resulted in having, in my opinion, you can't do it yourself. You can build it and buy equipment. But the thing is to build a community that, I've never streamed for the money, just to throw that out there. I don't make a lot of money streaming. That's why I said 99% of my family's income is from my wife's business. Streaming for me is fun. I've made a lot of good friends. And I have a good solid community of the same people that come in, say hello, chat with me for a little bit, every stream. And like I said, it's not something that's booming and growing, but at the same time, I'm very happy with where it is. But the thing is, I think with how many people are streaming nowadays, it's very difficult for you to do this on your own. You have to have a community of other like-minded people that one can help their mental health issues. Because, streaming is challenging and it can be difficult and a struggle if you allow it to be, especially if you get a troll in the chat. I've had trolls before. I have people that come in and make fun of the way I look, make fun of the way I play my games, all that kind of stuff. And that stuff, if you're not, capable of handling that kind of commentary, can really affect you. But if you have people around you, and like me and Tex, we don't play the same games, but I know for a fact that if I had a concern or was upset about something and in the streaming game, I could message Tex and say, hey, this just happened. What do you think? Or pray for me or whatever it might be. And we could do that. But at the same time, I still have a few people that play the same games as me that I play with on a regular basis that, oh man, this just happened, or this hilarious thing happened. It's just, you have people that are in your corner, your friends in real life and your family, they're going to support you hopefully in everything that you do, but they don't know the same ins and outs of what you're doing when you're trying to entertain. Because that's what we're entertainers. Streamers are not anything more than someone in the entertainment business. We're not a movie star. We're not a sports star. We're a video game star, and at the same time, we have to, there's the ups and downs of that, of making a lot of money, making no money, having millions of viewers, having zero viewers. And that roller coaster ride can be tough if you don't have people around you to help you, or just to be there for you when things do get a little difficult, or you have a troll come in there and you need a little love from one of your buddies or something like that. That's my thing. I think streaming needs to be something where you surround yourself with good people that are doing the same thing as you to help grow.
Exactly. And now Poto, he actually doesn't have any moderators. He actually takes care of his troll problem himself, which he's probably one of the few streamers that actually doesn't use moderators. But the community loves him. The streaming community loves him. They know him, and he pops into various streams every now and then. He hasn't really made a huge appearance in my stream per se, but I've watched and observed several people and where this whole thing is going, because streaming is tough. I mean, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And if you are doing it for the money, find something else. I mean, because
gotta have a backup plan.
Now, Riot Stream made a huge announcement recently that he is now leaving the full-time streaming business and he relied solely on his support. I don't rely solely on my support. I rely solely on sponsorships. If I can grab a few here or there and down the road, that's what I rely on but each one is different. I still have a strong community of 20 that come in regularly or so. But going to streaming for the money is not the right attitude, or thinking you're going to be the next Big Tex. I've had several actually tell me that I want to be exactly like Big Tex. And they have a computer that can't even run Microsoft Office, much less stream or game. And so there's a lot more behind that, and having the knowledge, because you don't want to be a streamer that's basically you're streaming, but what if someone comes in and asks you a technical question, whether they do it on stream or not? Will you know the answer to that question? Or will you say, go to Big Tex, he knows the answer. I'm just a copycat of him. And those tough questions we don't know exactly, or those that are new may not have the answers for some of these questions. And we never know all the answers, but we can do what we can to help our community in ways that we are able to. Again, if you look at Pipeline and Stone Mountain, Rare Drop, and Darkness, they have other companies that are paying them so they don't have to worry about the support like a lot of others. And the biggest support of all comes from your family. Like you and your family, your kids, they really appreciate that you took the step to being a streamer, because who knew down the road, I mean, back in Liberty in 2003, that we look, 20 years down the road already? Yeah, about almost 20 years down the road, I think. 03, 04,
I graduated in 2006, so it's been 15.
Yeah, so it's been well over 20 years that you'd be a streamer right now in this place with your own community and your own support of various kinds. And the fact that your wife was the first entrepreneur and go-getter that took a step knowing that she didn't know if she was going to have any income out of this. I mean, you just never know. Have you watched any of the GCX conference by chance?
No, I've not yet.
Okay, well, they addressed one of these issues. Of course, they had a lawyer on there if anyone had any lawyer questions. But one of the answers that Rare Drop even said, he's like, sometimes you just get lucky. And it's almost like a lottery being pulled out. Like when I had 118,000 viewers at one time, right at the beginning of the pandemic, I was lucky. My brother-in-law even said, dude, you're famous now. I was like, no, I'm not. But I love just connecting with people wherever they are. I'm actually going to be in Lynchburg most of July and doing some content creating. I want to do some hiking videos, going up to Sharp Top, and I'm going up to the Roanoke Star.
Nice.
And I'm going up to the Monogram and connecting with other streamers in the area too. Just putting content together, whether it's cooking with Big Tex on the road to someone's house or something.
Oh, nice. Yeah, dude, that's
Death
awesome.
Death Reaper actually lives maybe 20 minutes from you.
Oh, really?
In Appomattox. And I've connected with several nearby. I mean,
do you know who Legend is?
Legend, I do not know.
He's a Call of Duty streamer. He actually is on Rashad Jennings' Never Lost team, and he actually just moved to Lynchburg.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Well, I think Rashad recently, last time I saw on his page, which Rashad Jennings, if you don't know, is another famous Liberty alumni who he won Dancing with the Stars. He's a local
Giants running back.
Yeah, the Giants, Jaguars, and Raiders running back. He played for all those teams, and now he's doing his own rapping video. He has his own children's book. I mean, this dude has put Liberty on the map early on, which is something that check out Rashad Jennings on Actually, not on Facebook, on Twitch.
Yeah, he's
Rashad Jennings. Just Google, not Google, but Twitch it. You'll find his name. Rashad Jennings. Give him a follow. Tell him that Big Tech sent you. Even Bracewar Gaming. But yeah, he's a Liberty alumni, and between him and Mark Lowry actually started watching streamers to do what exactly he's doing. Now, he's an entertainer. He's getting paid for this. He multi-streams, which we all know what happens when streamers multi-stream. This dude is multi-streaming. He's getting stars and even subscriptions and all that on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere else, but yet he doesn't get in trouble for this. But yet, if you're a content creator like us, we would get the hammer because we're not as big. And
yeah, multi-streaming for me never worked out.
Yeah, and it's the cost too. I mean, it costs $20 a month on Streamlabs to multi-stream. I mean, I still use it for Liberty Church Online right now because I wanted to broaden my horizon and my outreach. And one thing that I did early on, which is how I got over 18,000, I basically did the Facebook advertising. And let's just say after meeting with the Facebook marketing personnel, she said, you know, all you're doing is paying for followers. And I did not know that. But she was right, because everyone who followed me at that time, they all dropped like flies. And these are paid followers pretty much. And I didn't realize that's what it was. I was like, oh, I get to reach my horizon. Nope. And they decided
I've always heard that it's not good to pay to advertise your streaming page on Facebook because it just brings in empty followers.
It does. And I did not know that at the time. That's my one regret, my one mistake. I was thinking globally. It's like, oh, I can reach the world. But I'm already reaching people all over the world just by being who I am, a very vivid entertainer who's willing to dress up.
Yeah. Your cosplay.
Crazy stuff. And my cooking stream is still my popular stream on Facebook. They're always asking, when are you going to do it?
When you're fully decked out in the chef gear?
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Decked out in that. And I love doing it around holidays. And just that I would love to be on the Food Network. Just say I've been, and even on a cooking show. Not that it's my dream, but that would be a cool thing to actually do.
Yeah, it would be.
And so that's one goal down the road, but that's here nor there. I love doing what I'm doing, producing different contents for a vast numbers of places, literally. And so we were talking a little bit about the pandemic. And we actually touched base on this a little bit, that COVID was big for streamers since people really didn't even leave their homes. I mean, the pandemic is kind of past now. You can kind of see the numbers drop dramatically. I've seen it drop in my streams. I don't even hit 1,000 views unless I'm playing a specific game, pretty much. And I used to bring in 5,000 views at a time. I don't even.
You've always had good viewership before during like all last year. But I think when 2022 hit, when people started going back to work and stuff like that, just everything was different.
Yeah, I mean, it is different. I mean, we don't. Like I said, there's a lot of people that have never even thought of streaming, whether it's for church or for other places, and now they were forced to do something that get them out of their comfort zone. And
True.
That brings us to my really main question here, or two questions. One is, what are your thoughts on where streaming and content creating is heading right now? I mean, we've seen the highs, we're seeing the lows. What are your thoughts on it?
What I think is happening right now is, I think that there are a lot of people that are they're not low level streamers, but they're mid level. You know what I'm saying? They're not your Stone Mountains and Z-Laners, Nitro Lukes, Tim the Tatmans that are pulling in thousands of views a day, and making hundreds of dollars a day. I think it's that middle of the line people, those people with like the 10 to 25,000 followers that are getting 10 to 15, 20 CCV a stream. The thing is, I think that all these people are at this junction right now, and there's one or two things that are going to happen. They're either going to keep grinding and they're going to explode and go up, or we're going to see a big drop in streamers and people are going to start having to go find other jobs. A lot of people that are streaming at my level, like what I'm almost to 1,500 followers. So if you don't follow Bracewar Gaming, come over there and follow me, because I'm like 10 away or something like that. But no, anyways, you don't really have to. I don't want to steal Texas spotlight or anything like that.
This is not about, bring me followers, bring you This is actually to hopefully bring more people to follow you as we're highlighting you. Like I said, this is not live on Facebook or anything, but I want to encourage people to say, hey, here's another awesome streamer. I was always hoping to get interviewed by several people a couple years ago. No one wanted to interview Bigtexgaming. Even when I was at my highs in 18,000. And eventually I wanted to do a podcast like this where, I'll interview people I know, like Bracewar, a.k.a. Chad, Dino Dad, and everything else here.
But I think there's a lot of people at my level that are dropping off and having to go get jobs. And I think we're going to see, there's going to be two things that happen. I think you're going to see a lot of the smaller streamers have to go get real jobs and stop streaming. You're going to see the high numbers that we got over the pandemic dropping down. I don't think it's going to drop down, to pre-pandemic numbers of the amount of people streaming. I still think there will be a lot. But the main kicker that we're at right now is with the amount of people going back to work. Everybody, even Nitro Luke. A lot of people say what they want about him. I've watched Nitro Luke since I started playing Call of Duty. He's, in my opinion, one of the best Call of Duty players that are out there. Yes, he's vulgar. Yes, he's brash. But he's really good at playing the game. He used to average 1,500 to 2,000 people a stream, and he had some other issues in between with some other streamers, some controversial things which I'm not getting into, but. Now he's only averaging 300 to 500 a stream, and Stone Mountain has lower numbers. He not overall, but with the amount of people back at work now, the amount of possible income streamers are able to make via stars is lost as well. And Twitch and Facebook feels that with their bits, because the amount of people back at work who can't watch streamers during the daytime, these streamers are having to adapt. That's why reels are a big thing that right now. There's a lot of people doing the commentary streams. I don't know if you've seen that. Tim the Tatman started it, where he would go into a game of Call of Duty, let himself die basically, and then spectate the whole game. And then he would commentate on people's playing styles. There's a lot of, and then there's, I'm speaking from a Call of Duty standpoint, because that's the game I've played the most. But when people do gun metas, like, hey, this is the best way to build this gun, and blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of the content out there right now for these niche games. Like I don't say niche, but like Call of Duty and Facebook, unfortunately, forgive me, Facebook, for saying this since I stream on your platform, but you are not friendly to variety streamers. You are not friendly to any, like if you play one game, that's the best thing for you on Facebook. Twitch, on the other hand, you can do a variety and be okay. But anyways, like Facebook does not want variety. They want the same thing. And that's what these content creators are doing. They're putting out the same kind of content. Everybody's reels are the same. Everybody's now switching to this vertical stream thing. Have you seen that? Where they're TikToks and reels are vertical in their in the way they're presented. People are now streaming vertically. So that way,
did you see my video last on what day was it? Tuesday. I accidentally had mashed up my TikTok and my Facebook kind of together by accident, and I was trying to log in on TikTok. Well, actually, I was still logged in on TikTok, but then next thing I know, I could not. It would not position itself like it's supposed to horizontally. So I had a TikTok stream on Facebook, basically. Even though I don't meet the qualifications for TikTok itself. And that was the weird part. I was like, please forgive me, audience. They're like, so I did exactly that. And that was by totally accident. and I hope it's all fixed come Monday and Tuesday when I stream back on it.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. That's a way of being innovative and trying to see if you can get an algorithm boost on Facebook. But right now there's just so many people copying each other. There's no originality. And honestly, Darkness 429 was talking about this. I watched I don't know if it was on his stream or maybe it was a little clip of GCX. I haven't watched much GCX. But he was saying that basically we're at a time right now where with people going back to work and, people streaming the same games, and the summertime is a real big lull for streaming because no big AAA games are coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's a slow time for the gaming industry altogether. But he was saying that there's going to have to be some big innovative changes to the way people stream and earn their money and make their following, because nowadays it's not just streaming. You have to do other things to keep your content relevant and keep your content in the front of your followers' news feeds.
Yep. And that's why even myself, I ventured out, and I haven't hiked since, I don't know if you went with us on back in college where we went to, I don't know if it was, what was that? Peaks of Otter?
Devil's Marble Yard.
Is that what it was?
Peaks of Otter.
That's probably what it was, the Peaks of Otter, where you climb up to the top of a mountain. They renamed it now. And I use the All Trails app, which is very, very recommended if you're going out hiking. And I haven't hiked since college, pretty much. And I decided, out of the blue, hey, let's go and try to do a hiking video. And also, it's a good incentive to working out, getting outdoors, changing the content. So you have to think outside the box in a lot of ways, and it may be uncomfortable. Now, I actually ran across a black snake when I went to this area, Wahaneri Natural Trail, and I didn't realize. Yeah. And as soon as I saw that black snake, next thing I know, I'm thinking cobras. Or in my head, I was like, oh no, where's the next snake going to pop out next?
Oh, man. No, yeah.
I do not do snakes at all.
I don't like snakes, man. I don't like snakes.
Man, that's the one thing I forgot about hiking, that you're on the trail. I forgot all about the critters. I was like, oh, let's go hiking. So it makes content interesting. I mean, like I said, cooking has been huge for me. I'm working this vlogging experience. Oh, I think people are going to get back to their own website building too.
Me and Jenny are actually in the process of building a second website.
Yeah, I'm actually
second blog.
Yeah, my website allows me to do my blog, which I wrote 2 blogs already. One is about the exodus of streamers, and then the other is how I got my start in streaming. My third
nice.
blog is,
send me that link. I'll have to check it out. I didn't know you had a blog.
Yeah, it's on my website. Big Tech. Actually, if you type in bigtexgaming.com, it'll take you right to the blog.
Oh, okay, cool, sweet.
That's a web. Since we're kind of in this other transition, that building your own website and going live from that. I can actually go live to my website through Streamlabs and OBS Studio. So my content, cool. And you can comment while you're doing it, while you're live. Like, people can come in and comment on your stuff. They have my store there. Now, the name of this not process, it's through Wix. I mean, I'll just say it's through Wix. I figure, you know what, that has everything I need right there. If I can just pay the monthly payments and eventually it'll pan out like we hope everything does.
Yeah.
And so I have my own name, bigtexgaming.com. You can create logos from it. You can do digital business cards and also real business cards, merchandise. I upload videos there all the time, and it gives you a good analytics of everything. So
nice. I've never looked into Wix. Wix is not good for food blogging, so to speak. So it's not. They don't have the right theme. That
right.
Food bloggers
I know. I think
ours is we use a WordPress site.
Wouldn't you consider that a content creating still?
What?
Food blogging, wouldn't that be under the content?
I mean, it's content creating, but we have to we have a website built specifically for recipes and things like that. It has like a built-in recipe card and nutrition calculator and all that good stuff. So I don't know. Wix has never been good for that kind of stuff for that kind of blogging.
Right. Yeah. And again, it's based on the community.
Yeah.
Like I have my community follows me wherever I go,
which is great.
I'm
Yeah,
very
that's awesome.
thankful of that. I mean,
I've never been to your site, so I got to check out your site.
Yeah, definitely. It's different things are being added from live videos to uploaded. All the videos I share on my YouTube channel for the vlogging are there. I have a vlogging channel specifically, so it doesn't intermingle. Now, if you wanted to, I can charge for people to download anything or even to rent videos. So that's an added feature. So there's a lot of pluses. If we say that we're not in it for the money, we're hurting ourselves. It's a business. Content creating is all a business. I mean, it is what it is, whether we realize it or not. Everyone has to make money, whether it's through different means or coming from support. And so they have added features that I haven't fully tested. I would like to build websites for people down the road. Cool. I actually got one person that said that, hey, throw me some numbers on what it would cost. I would love for you to build me a website. And so there's all these other avenues that's outside of streaming that I'm venturing into. I'm more than just a streamer. I'm more than just a content creator. I want to create some stuff that people enjoy, but we have to prepare ourselves for the downtimes. And so that's, of course, what I want to say. So you said you're building yourself another website for yourself. Is it for you or is it for the food blog?
We're doing the Diary of a Disney Dad. We're building a Disney website, like a Disney travel tips and tricks and reviews of like hotels and that kind of stuff.
Now I can see that that's the next big hit behind Diary of a. What's your wife's blog?
Diary of a Real Housewife.
Yeah, Real Housewife. I mean, I watch the videos and read the blogs as often as I can.
Thanks.
And follow you guys. Because one content creator to another, we support each other in different ways. We go in and even learn from each other.
You got to build a community.
Exactly.
Of like-minded people.
Yeah,
you got to support each other.
And so, not necessarily financially. If you can do it financially, that's great. But it's all about supporting each other, because when I first started streaming, I might have told you this before, that I had people tell me that there's no way you'll make money off of it. The minute I got that $500 paycheck, all those doubters stopped.
Yeah.
They're like, you can? I may not understand. They'll say, I don't understand it, but I'm glad you understand it. I was like, this is everything that I know how to do. I put my computer skills to the test. Give me a chance to entertain, which one of my former camp directors who passed away now, I mean, he loved watching me drive. He would even talk about, Corey, every time I see you, you're driving a truck off a cliff. And I just think that's hilarious.
Every time, man, there was a long time when every time I came into your stream and watched, you were driving off a cliff too, man. That's hilarious. It wasn't just me that was catching that.
I do not do it intentionally. Either I don't know how to drive, which simulation streams, I don't know how to. The controller's shaking so much. And, I mean, I was using an Xbox 360 racing wheel, which wasn't even designed for the Xbox, but I made it work. This big old white hunk of steering wheel. Eventually, my supporter gave me a G920.
Oh, nice.
He's like, you need to improve your driving here. And he came to my place. Actually, no, he mailed it to me. And then when he's a truck driver, so he came by my place. I picked him up from Richmond, and he bought his dinner. We did some steaks on the grill. He's like, you have a 0-turn mower? I was like, he's our guest. He wanted to ride my mower. I mean, what guest does that?
That's funny. That's awesome.
But he met the family, and to show my wife that not everyone you meet online is an axe murderer. That yeah, those are some of the things that because of how open I've become on the social media side, and that they're everyday people like you and me
Yeah.
who just want to learn something new, even game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my biggest thing is, which I don't really do a lot of, is people do stream snipe.
Oh, yeah.
Or cheat, whether it's in Grand Theft Auto 5M, they'll watch your streams and they'll watch your every move until you get a call instead of patrolling, which is illegal to do, but people do it anyway. And that's the biggest thing for all these games, Call of Duties.
Mm-hmm.
They'll watch you just to know where you are to snipe you out. They'll
Hey,
deny
man,
it every
I feel
time.
like I'm more popular if that's happening.
And
At
the
least
one
I got
game that
someone watching me.
I know. Well, they may not be watching you per se. They're watching where your guys place and go and find you.
I've actually had one stream sniper for 100% sure. I was in a tournament though. We were in a custom tournament, and I had someone from another team stream sniping me, and I called him out in our little tournament chat that we had, blocked him from my stream, and and I got killed because of it. That's the only reason I found out. Two games in a row, I got killed by the same person. And I was like, what are they? How is it the same guy? And then I had a stream on Twitch for this tournament, so it wasn't on Facebook. And in Twitch, you can see who's viewing your channel. And I was able to click on that, and I was like, oh, this guy, of course, he's stream sniping me. No wonder.
Yeah. That's
lo and behold, I ended up getting him removed from the tournament because of it. I took a screenshot. I took a picture. I was like, I mean, you're going to cheat. That's cheating. Especially if you're in a tournament where there's a prize involved. You know what I'm saying? That's technically cheating.
That's almost like in the Madden tournaments that I have on the site as well, which I love giving trophy and money away. I don't know if I'll be able to do it this year due to support level being down, but and even getting people involved. Did you have fun in the Madden tournaments, or not Madden tournaments, Madden franchise league?
I did, but I'm not going to do it again, dude. I lost every game, man. I even lost the computer. I'm not good at Madden.
I just conquered all Madden.
Yeah, you're great at the game. I mean, granted, I did wipe the floor with you when I played you the very first time when Madden 22 first came out. We played that first week, and I don't know how, but I beat you, and that's the only game of Madden I've ever won. I've not won that one. I've tried playing on my own, and now I play the all Madden mode just because I want to be better, so to speak.
Yeah,
Madden is just not something I am good at. I don't know why.
Well,
now MLB The Show, dude, I could play some MLB The Show.
That's true. I am horrible at that. You beat me. I think everyone's beat me at the show.
Have we played MLB The Show?
I thought we did.
We might have. Yeah, probably. You ever lose to the Red Sox? It was probably me.
Yeah, I've been beat by everybody in the show because I'm still getting used to the functionality of the button itself. And but I just conquered all Madden, but I did lose my first. I won 3 Super Bowls in a row, going for our 4th one. I drafted Malik Willis also. Now Malik Willis has went downhill in year 2 and also with injuries to Derrick Henry. So I had to bring back Tom Brady, 47 years old Tom Brady. He won, believe it or not, he had almost 1,000 yards passing in the playoffs, 7 touchdowns, no picks.
He'll win you the Super Bowl, baby.
Actually, he lost us the Super Bowl.
Oh no.
Yeah. I brought him back as Tom Brady. I paid you $13 million and you lose us the Super Bowl. We could not get past the Chicago Bears.
Oh, what? That's operator error, man. That's not Tom Brady. That is operator error. You should beat the Bears, dude.
I know. I just played my Super Bowl year 4. I was like, we're going to win the Super Bowl with Malik Willis and everyone. We could not do anything. A lot is Derrick Henry.
Side note, I hope Malik Willis has a great career.
I hope so too. I mean, I actually got his jersey. As soon as he got drafted, you weren't a part of the draft night?
No, I wasn't.
Oh man, the draft night is actually my biggest night. I did not realize streaming the draft night would be so huge.
Nice, dude.
I had more viewers tuned into the draft than anything else. And
That's
the fact
awesome.
that we were talking about each draft pick and just who they think. We talked about it for 2 days, I think. Or
Man,
maybe
that's a good idea for a stream. I think you invited me to be part of it, but I was in Disney draft night. Yeah, that's why I couldn't do it. I was down in Disney. Yeah. I remember that.
And that was, of course, when I realized I'm not going to do it through Discord. I'll do it through this channel here, Riverside Podcast.
I like this Riverside app. This is pretty cool.
This app is really cool. It records. You can do a live stream through it. And guess what? No trolls allowed. Just your friends. That's what got me banned on YouTube. I did a multi-stream to YouTube and Facebook. Both at 5 a.m. I got the notification from both of them. YouTube saying that your channel is banned because sexual conduct. And I've been fighting and still going to continue to fight because I have proof that I did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I even told them that, look, you can even remove that video. I could care less. I also record all the videos anyway, so it doesn't matter. You can record and I can edit it later, but I told them that you can remove it. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have a live streaming support team here. It's like, so you just deal with the fact that things are after that they're recorded and you watch it when it doesn't get a lot of views anyway. But the fact that because of them not having a live stream support staff, it does nobody good. And right now, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook really don't have no live support. Like we went live right now on Facebook, the support is non-existent.
Nope. And you can send a message that never gets replied to.
Yeah, and unless speaking of Facebook, have you ever gotten your support button? I know you've been trying for years.
Nope. Wow. I can't get. I was close in September, right before my graphics card died. I was sitting around 200 returning viewers, and I think maybe 2 or 3 more weeks I would have had it. But then when my graphics card died, I'm nowhere close, man.
I know you do take some time off for vacation / content creating. So Bracewar is not your
going to Disney thing. Though has never hurt my algorithm or stream or anything like that. But when my graphics card died and I couldn't stream to Facebook, that killed everything I had going.
Right, and not only that, I mean, MSI didn't do any due diligence either.
Hey, I will say this: I don't recommend MSI, even though I still think they make decent products. But they did at the end of it all upgrade me to a better GPU than I had before. So I had originally a 5600 XT, and they gave me a 6600 XT due to the issues.
I'm having trouble with my motherboard because I built me a PC, had it completed by December, technical issues beyond anything I could really fix. I took it to a computer guy. He didn't charge me an arm and a leg or anything, but I can't even stream on it pretty much. It's non-existent when it comes to streaming.
Man.
My laptop has always been my laptop has a 2060 graphics card. My desktop has a 1050 Ti. Huge difference.
Yeah.
And so my laptop is so much better than my tower is. I mean, I wish I can stream normal stuff. Right now, the only thing I stream on is like Liberty Church Online and some other content videos, but nothing too powerful. It cannot handle American Truck or any. It used to handle these games, but now it can't even handle those games.
Man.
And I think it's a motherboard, but I don't feel like taking the entire thing apart. Because one reason I think it's a motherboard, because whenever I added 2 more memory sticks, so all my slots were full, all of a sudden nothing was reading. Even my computer guy was like, he could not figure out what is going on with the computer, why it did that.
That's weird.
And so it's an MSI motherboard and stuff. I got 2 other shells that have motherboards in them. Once funds are back up and I can actually afford to build them, I'll be able to make money off of them or give them to my wife or whatever, or even to the church. But I can't even do that because it costs money to build PCs. And so, all right. So I do have, I know we've been talking for a while, and which is great.
That's what happens when friends get together.
Well, that's true. We haven't gotten together in a long time.
I know it has
So
been
I
a
do
while.
thank you for staying over, especially since we had some. I realized I never hit that record button.
Oh, it's okay.
Before I go to that, have you ever forget to hit that record button? Not the record live button, but if you're recording something, maybe you're doing a.
Oh yeah, I've done that before. Like when a lot of my Dino Dad Gamer stuff that I record, because of Game Pass, I play them on my Xbox instead of my PC. And especially when my PC graphics card was dead, I could still go on to my Xbox and play games. So a lot of the kids games that I have, like Lego games and stuff, are on the Xbox because that's where my kids play. So I'll just set up Streamlabs, blah blah blah, get it all ready to go, and a lot of times I'll look at Streamlabs, move my mouse over, click, and I've done it twice now where I've gotten like 30 minutes in playing a game. I'm like, oh man, I didn't hit record. It's just sitting there. And then I'm like, well, I gotta, and then I have to go. But the worst thing is, like, most games now save automatically. So it's like I have to go back and figure out how to like delete that save updated, file so I can go back and play to where I left off. Yeah. But anyways, I've done it before.
Here's the one thing about Stream Deck that comes in handy. Like, even though we've been recording the entire time, on my Stream Deck, I have a record button. Hit that. No moving of the mouse, computer, keyboard, or anything like that. You hit that on your software, whether OBS Studio, Twitch Studio, and Streamlabs, and it records automatically. And just got to change your file destination where you want it saved to. So that's one thing that I would put on your Stream Deck.
I don't record my streaming though. That's the thing. Like, I don't record if I'm going live.
Well, you don't not necessarily streaming. I'm saying if you're doing a like Dino Dad.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, just in case I forget. Yeah, that makes sense.
And that way you don't have to use your mouse to move over while if it even shows up and stuff. Just hit that button.
That's a good idea.
You don't even have to do it during streaming, because I do it for other avenues besides when I'm doing stuff offline. Like, this is technically an offline podcast, but it's really good to catch up because we have not talked other than early parts of streaming days.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's been a while since we've chatted.
Yeah, but where do you see yourself 5-10 years down the road? Do you still see yourself still streaming, or do you still see yourself doing other things?
So, like, professionally, I guess, so to speak, content creation wise, probably 5 to 10 years down the road, I probably will be getting my son into streaming. He's 8 years old right now. 10 years down the road, he'll be 18. I don't think I'd let him do it before then. But he loves the video game aspect and being a content creator and streaming. Obviously, he's 8, so he loves a lot of things I do and follows my footsteps and all that kind of stuff. But he is really good at like Lego games, really good at Fortnite. Unfortunately, he's better than me most of the time at Fortnite. So yeah, he wants to do that. So maybe I'll be helping him. I know that our plan is to really professionally, we like the Diary of a Real Housewife, the recipe blog is going to be our main focus for the remaining of our days of our career, I guess. I don't know how you want to say it, but we're working on this Disney blog. We would like to get to the Disney blog to be about 50% of what our food blog is. Yeah. We don't expect the Disney blog to get as big as the food blog, but we would like it to supplement, maybe like 25 to 30% of our income. Because right now, like I said, 99% of our income is the food blog. If something weird happened and the food blog crashed and we lost it all, we would be really, really, really bad out of luck. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to diversify that professionally. I don't think my Bracewar gaming page is going to be that diversification of income. I'm still going to stream probably just for the fun of it, but 10 years from now, our main goal, and to be 100% honest, and this might sound selfish and I don't want it to be, but the real reason of this Disney channel is we've been making this Disney content because, one, we love going to Disney, but Disney has a lot of like secret events and things like that for their content creators. So they'll send invites to the content creators to come on to like the new Disney cruise ship, or come to an early event of like their Halloween event, but you get to come to it like a month early with only 200 other people. and stuff like that. We, as selfish as this sounds, we want to get to that level where Disney has recognized us enough and we can get invited to some of these special Disney events, just because regardless of what people think about Disney right now and everything going on politically about them, Disney's still fun for our kids and we have a good time and we can still protect our kids in every way we want to and still have fun going to Disney. So that's what we're doing. But
that definitely brought me into my next thing when it comes to sponsorship, or even because Disney is a very well-known name. Without not naming any, say, oh yeah, Disney is sponsoring us or anything. But have you been approached by people in those higher ups, not necessarily a Disney thing, but other sponsors saying, or other people come to you and say, hey, we love what you're doing on Instagram.
We've gotten offers and stuff for sponsorships, because of my wife's blog, and the amount of traffic that generates, and her Google standing, like we get offers all the time for sponsored posts and stuff like that. We just don't ever take them up on it because the value of my wife's blog is pretty expensive if somebody wants to become like a sponsored post or something like that on the blog, on the food blog. But the Disney blog, we've actually just started getting some people reaching out to us about sponsorships. We haven't taken anything up yet, and it's not been anything. Yeah, it's not been anything big like Disney or Pixar or Star Wars or Marvel. Nothing like that has reached out. You know what I'm saying? Nothing big yet.
But these smaller companies or whatever companies they are, they have reached out to you, which is pretty neat because like smaller like snack companies and. We're one big thing that, and I recommend this to anybody that's doing content creation with sponsorships. You want your sponsorships to be lined up with what you are doing. So, for instance, we've gotten on my wife's food blog. She has a food blog. It is 99% food. There are some posts from 10 years ago that might be, DIY crafts or something like that. Most of that stuff is not on the blog and you can't find it anymore. It's hidden in the back ends. But we've gotten on the food blog people, hey, because, we talk about homeschooling. We homeschool. So a lot of people have said, hey, would you write a post on your blog about this new homeschooling curriculum we've created or this math curriculum? And, we that's not what our blog is about. So we tell those type of people no. So that's one thing that I say. A lot of content creators out there will take anything and everything that someone sends them. In the past, we did that too. We've gotten a free rug. I've gotten a free blender. We've gotten we got a KitchenAid before for free. I've gotten free Coca-Cola, not bad Coke. And, tons of different things. Like we've worked with Starbucks. We've gotten a Starbucks, Keurig makes their Keurig machine. Starbucks about 5 to 8 years ago tried to do their own and didn't work out. We got one of those for free. So we've done a lot, but it's just now, especially with the Disney one, because our niche is Disney. And if you come to me with a sponsorship that's not Disney, it's not going to work out. But as far as my Bracewar Gaming, energy drinks, come to me
I'll take anything. Come on.
Well, that's like with me. One of my greatest accomplishments on YouTube, with 42 subscribers, I had a sponsor from China say, hey, we'd love for you to test out our new cameras. These cameras were not even really on the market yet. And nice. 42, if I can do it with 42 followers on YouTube and do a review and get it for nothing.
Hey, yeah, that's actually a great idea. That's good.
I mean,
that's good. And I'm sure your HelloFresh that you've done is pretty good with your cooking channel.
Yep, exactly. And like every little bit. I mean, I did a HelloFresh one, which is I'm kind of trying to do the healthy kick and healthy eating and trying to do my best on a very tight budget now than I was last year. I got cameras for free. I got microphones. I've had at least 5 different microphones, give or take, from different companies. Have you ever heard of the hoodie? It's like a hoodie and a blanket combined.
Oh, okay.
They actually approached me from Facebook, I believe it was. They love my content, what I'm doing. I have accepted everything that I could,
Hey,
But
yeah,
if you're the
man, do
higher
it.
up, like your Stone Mountains, your Darkness, who have bigger companies
Oh,
and
when you,
stuff,
yeah,
then you got
that's
to
the
look,
difference. Like,
pick and choose.
yeah, our food blog and Disney blog is so niche. That's why I kind of made it sound like, hey, we got to be selective. But Bracewar Gaming, come on, you want me to try out your gaming T-shirt or underwear, whatever? I'll do it.
Yeah. And there are stuff that you got to look out for rules wise. And one thing that I didn't realize when I started, which I have a good, do you know Michelle DeGia by chance?
I don't
She
think
went to
so.
Liberty too. She was actually in the youth ministry program, but she's a good friend of mine she has as much followers as you and me, but her content is totally different now. M DeGia. Now you got to be age appropriate to actually look at it. Now we're good friends, and just like I help you out, I've talked to her about my setups and stuff back in the early days.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a former youth ministry student. She went to seminary and stuff. Well, she's no longer on that path, but she's solely focused on content creation, and she has tons of high heels. I mean, she has created herself a kind of like an OnlyFans type of presence.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what age appropriate thing would be appropriate for hers, because you really need to be appropriate to actually not only follow, but you're paying for her for services.
Oh,
And she's
yeah,
the one
yeah.
teaching me more about that. And I've always taught people to protect your name. People think they can just create any off the wall name out there.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta, and be the name that you create, you gotta believe in that. Are you going to be the best Big Tex gaming out there, the best Bracewar gaming? Are you going to be the only one? What stands out from you and all the rest of them out there?
Yeah,
what
true.
makes you different? Because otherwise they can just go to another Big Tex gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I've proven to be the only Big Tex gaming, actually still live streaming, the one worth watching, and advertisers and whatnots, and people just coming across my path. But we still have to watch out for those that we still have to protect ourselves and our brand.
Yeah, true.
Like we had mentioned earlier, protecting your family, because you want to limit exposure especially with younger kids, with the new laws that are put out there that under YouTube's guidelines, they say that kids cannot be in any. They always ask you, are kids in your video and stuff? And are you planning on making money? That's the line they've drawn because of social services got onto them after this one kid who continued opening presents and became a millionaire.
Yeah.
And parents putting their kids out there to be the next person to open
Ryan Toys or whatever.
Yeah, whatever his name is, become that next person, because it's become more of a addiction. Their families want, since they couldn't be that spotlight, they want now their kids to be that someone who's going to bring home the gold. By creating these videos.
Yeah, we don't let our kids watch those kind of videos. We did at a time, and it just creates a very selfish attitude.
Yeah, and
so that's why I started doing. That's why mainly the reason I started doing the Dino Dad. We found another family-friendly YouTube video game player. His name is Zebra Gamer, and he does Lego, Mario, Sonic, all that kind of stuff. That's what my kids watch him all the time. They love it, and it's clean, no foul language, fun games that the kids enjoy, and that's why I started doing it, because I was like, oh, we need some more of this out there.
Yeah, and family-friendly content is huge. I've been a big proponent of family-friendly content. Now, there's my friends do cuss. People always say, "Oh, you're a pastor. Oh, we're cussing in front of you." Like, you're going to live your life the way you want it.
Yeah,
you don't need me to tell you, "Oh, you shouldn't do this or that." That's not my place to begin with. If you want to cuss, that's fine. And my community knows that I am a big. I'm a pastor. They respect that role, and they also know that my content, for the most part, besides people who do cuss on stream, which is very few and far between, where there's an attitude and stuff. But for the most part, it is very family-friendly focus at young kids. I even helped an entire family. It's a pastor's friend of mine in Newport News that actually watched me in my early stages of Grand Theft Auto, which I was just going around having a ball, just meeting different people back in the Xbox days before PC became a reality for me. And I actually had a talk with their family because their kids were wanting to get into the streaming aspect of it without their faces and wanting to know what is it like on Twitch. Twitch is one, when I first started, I was bullied, I was harassed, I was made fun of, I was trolled, and I was taken advantage of, even on Grand Theft Auto. But you got to know how to withstand those battles that you face out there.
Yeah.
If you can't handle someone making fun of you or recognizing what's a troll, what's not a troll, and Twitch is not going to do anything about it. You can report them all you want. But, I mean, I had a huge disagreement with someone on Grand Theft Auto years ago, and we went into this thing when Microsoft thing where where you can share accounts basically, and he's like, oh yeah, if you just since I bought this game and you got to buy this game, I started adding all that cost up. I was like, I'm actually spending more money than him, and the friendship was taken advantage of.
Yeah.
So
you can share your home screens. I remember that.
Well, just sharing your accounts with anybody. You got, just like Netflix, you share with your family and friends and stuff. But sharing your personal accounts that they have access to. When I first started on Facebook, my church's Facebook page was hacked into. And it was hacked into because of my name being tied to my gaming page. They didn't mess with my gaming page. But when I went to look at my financial stuff, it was changed to an India account.
Oh, wow.
So I had to change all that immediately. And the hardest part for me was to lose my church's Facebook page. I was still able to see and get a lot of the photos and videos that downloaded. But we had the fact that I had to lose that page and start from scratch. It is hard starting over.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm going through it with YouTube right now, starting over with I have anywhere between 5 to 7 followers on each of those channels, and just trying to. But I'm producing different content now. I'm not necessarily doing all live streaming. On Saturdays, what I'll do is I'll take the time and maybe do a live stream to YouTube or even directly to my website, places that don't get hit a lot.
Yeah.
My moderator said, you need to take the weekends off and just enjoy yourself. I was like, I am enjoying myself. But again, you don't want to be exhausted either.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things that come into the streaming aspect of it and the gaming part that a lot of them are just not prepared for. True. It is a tough.
It's tough, yeah.
But the whole streaming aspect is tough. Building from 0 to the millions of followers, 42,000, and you will lose them if there's one thing wrong with anybody's page or personal life that your sponsorships don't like or your supporters, you will lose them quickly. Just like that.
Oh yeah.
And so it's back to what I was saying is that you got to guard your page, guard your family, guard your actions. Words matter, and you never know who you're going to influence. I mean, you could influence someone across the other world, or a 15-year-old that wants to get started in gaming and streaming.
Yeah.
You are an influencer no matter if it's at the lowest level or the highest level. Influencer, content creator, and
someone's watching you, even if you don't think anyone is.
Exactly. Someone is always watching you. And so I actually just created a TikTok channel for Liberty Church Online, just basically Pastor Corey, and I'm calling it Motivational Mondays. So no followers. Actually, I take that back. I follow myself. So Bigtexgaming follow Liberty Church Online. Basically with 0 to 1 followers, I already had over 200 views on that.
Hey, nice, dude. That's awesome.
yeah, and that's just a motivational. Let's see if there's any more changes to that since then. This was this past week. I was like, really? I have. Oh, there's an update on TikTok. I did not know that. TikTok with friends. It wants me to find friends on Facebook. I don't want to find friends on Facebook. I want to. All right, so 280 views, 1 follower. I'm following 5, but I have 1 follower, and that's pretty good for just a motivational Monday. I'm a part of a different network with other pastors, and for our church district, I'm actually the only one that they see church looking differently now, like and how it is.
Oh, cool.
Mark Zuckerberg has touched base with a little bit of this in the metaverse, and churches for doing things in the metaverse, which means you're still online streaming, and so churches looking different, viewership and even for attendance is down everywhere at churches also. So they have asked me to create a church online, and it took me about a year brainstorming how it would look like. It's still not 100%. It could be better. I don't have live musicians, unfortunately. I don't. If you wanted me to sing, I would sing totally off key. And so I'm a pastor. I can't sing. I can't play any instruments. So I have a pastor friend in North Carolina that plays the piano for me, and he uploads it to YouTube, and I just take his video, take his background out, and put him in the church itself, along with several other people who help me out.
Sweet, that's awesome.
So that's another avenue I do on Saturdays, is focusing on that and getting the service ready for 7 p.m. every Saturday night. And this is one thing that the district is helping. They're even helping financially as well to see this, because to start in a church plant like in a community costs easily, starting cost would be about $7,000. To start an online church plant, if you have everything there, like I have everything at my disposal.
Yeah,
I literally have green curtains now instead that drape down behind me. That cover.
Nice.
So I'm able to use it for different purposes. And so because I'm able to use my community and let them know that, hey, I'm a pastor. I started this church online. If you're interested, my mom has attended it weekly. She's in Texas. My aunt in North Carolina, she comes in every week and listens to me. So we're building a small church like family. And I've always said from day one that get it to your family, let them understand and see the vision, and then from there it will grow.
Yeah.
Family first. And if you start outside of your family, you're not going to grow.
True that.
And so that's kind of how Liberty Church Online has started, and with the district and the Wesleyan Church behind me, and say, hey, we believe in you. We love what you're doing. And I try to send invites to different people out there, whether they go to church or not, or you're building it from scratch. So you're starting from somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm up to 30 followers on Facebook alone in less than 6 months. And that's a growth spur. Because of my name, my email address being tied to my original YouTube channel, I had to regrow the churches for Liberty and Remlick's YouTube channel again. So they're back to like 4 and 5. I have Weavecat from Iowa helps me with the reading of scripture, and he helps me with prayer, along with a couple of my truest followers, I guess you can say. They come in during prayer time, and we'll say a quick prayer and then leave out of the Discord. So the voice it's set up like this, but you hear their voice only. You don't see them physically.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
That way people can come in and say a prayer or message us on. We interact with the chats.
Nice.
Most
that's cool.
churches that you see, they do the live stream, but the pastor's not interacting with them. It's like another TV show that you see.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is basically I see the chat. I'm interacting with it, even during the entire sermon. So I treat it like my gaming channel, and that's what everyone told me. Treat it like your gaming channel, and so that's
nice. Yeah, that's a good idea.
How that's come about. I know we've talked a lot about different things. Again, Chad, longtime friend for well over 20 years. He is aka Bracewar Gaming, Dino Dad, Diary of a Disney Dad. And one thing we didn't really touch base, we'll try to talk about this quickly if you have anything, is this E through M gaming podcast. Is that actually, did you create that, or was that through your friends?
I created it with a couple guys that I know. One guy created it and he asked a couple other people to join, me and another guy. So I've been, I guess, a founding member of it, even though I wasn't the idea man behind it. But yeah, we've been doing their video game reviews and we've taken some time off this summer because two of the guys are having babies. Their wives are pregnant, so we've been, not my wife, the other two guys. We've been taking some time off for that. But once the fall swings back around and new games start dropping, we do game reviews. We do like we did in March Madness time, like the best, our top 16 heroes, and did a March Madness Royale. We did a villain one, different things like that.
Yeah, like I said, we didn't really touch base a whole lot with it, and just
I do a lot of things.
Originally we had another podcast I had was Big Tech. Well, actually, it's Sports Talk Stream, which you were a part of that early on.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted something that allows me to do more than just sports. And I asked my community in Discord what would be a cool name for this channel or podcast. So that's how Text Talks came in. And you like the logo? I paid $71 for it, basically. But it gives you everything. I mean, you get you can even build your own website and stuff through this. Have you ever heard of this website? Let me see. Taylor Brands. That's what it is.
Oh no, I haven't.
Taylor Brands through the
Taylor
logo.
Brands. Yeah.
Yeah, it allows you to do your own website. It create your own stuff to print. I was amazed by all digital business cards or regular business cards.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised that it's just like my website through Wix. That I was like, dang, where do all these options come from? These are amazing. But they do cost. You have to. I try to do the monthly fee. When I hit monthly, it went to yearly and still charged me the yearly, which stinks because I was like, look, I'm paying $10 a month. Next thing I know, I get charged $71 out of my account, which I'm still working on paying through. So I re-improved my Liberty Church Online logo too.
Nice.
And so podcasting is something I'm getting back out there. Instead of the Sports Talk stream, it's going to be Bigtexgaming Sports Talk, because we're just going to talk about sports, whether it's only football edit, which seems to be the only thing we talk about during football season, if we get to that point. But Text Talks just allows us to talk a lot more about everyday life in general. I mean, family life. I mean, you're one of the few families that I know that, besides the other family in Newport News, that are very supportive of the streaming environment and they're on board with it, and which is really neat.
Yeah, it's our generation, you and me being mid to late 30s, almost 40 kind of deal. That generation is 40. Do what?
I'm over 40. 41.
Our generation is not their content creation and stuff like that is something that is a little bit scary to our generation. It's a young man's game for sure.
Yes, it is. And believe it or not, one of the person that how I got started in content creating was watching a YouTube video of a 15-year-old teaching me how to use Streamlabs. 15-year-old from England.
Oh, wow.
Just by watching his YouTube video. So YouTube has a lot of how-to videos. And so YouTube is my go-to when it comes to how-tos, short videos, and not necessarily a lot of streaming, but
sorry,
YouTube
my kid came in.
I saw I said hi. He's like, "What you doing, Daddy?" But so YouTube is not really in your streaming realm unless you're Doctor Disrespect,
True.
which left Twitch for YouTube, and only few of them do it. Doctor Disrespect, Leah Ash, Jobless Garrett.
Tim the Tatman just did. He left Twitch to there, and he's doing booming. Yeah.
Yep. And depends on the following on what you can do and what type of content that they're looking for. And one day we'll be those next big stars out there. Maybe we'll be at the GTX conference.
Maybe one day.
I know. Finances just killed a lot of people. I mean, they had a lot of good streamers there. I mean, I would like to be on the platform like Darkness, but I know it's his company, so he's kind of over the thing. Maybe we'll be at a booth somewhere representing our stuff, showing all the cool things we have. But I know it's getting late.
My kids just got back. My wife took them out, so.
All right, well, we're going to wrap it up here. Again, we have Bracewar Gaming, who has a total of 43,055 followers total. That includes Bracewar Gaming, Dino Dad. It includes E3M Gaming Podcast, and Diary of a Disney Dad, which eclipsed over 41,000 followers, which is a huge salute to you in that.
Thank you.
I'm still trying to build my following base. Instagram myself has.
Try the Reels, man. The Reels has been good.
I just don't. My thing is time.
Yeah.
Time is a huge essence. And
my wife makes all the Reels, though, just to be 100% honest, for the Disney Dad. So maybe teach your wife how to do them and she can do them.
Yeah, I know Reels are the big thing. Facebook, when I talked to them early on, even the person directly linked to Facebook, she's like, yeah, Facebook moves from point A to point B real quickly. You're not on tune with them. I was like, I just got an offer this thing from Facebook. The next thing I know, they're moving on 5 steps forward. And now they're kind of everything that Microsoft has touched, they've crashed. When Facebook bought Mixer, Facebook went downhill.
Yeah, true.
Because Facebook brought all their mixing partners over and promoted them and forgot about those that have been doing this for before they came over. It was like, when's our turn to be partner at something?
Yeah.
I mean, I want a cool Facebook chair or Twitch chair or something like that.
That'd be awesome.
And so, and Chad is a longtime friend of mine, Liberty University alumni. College days, he played Halo and even Madden football on the dorm. He's a husband, a dad, entrepreneur, content creator. His wife has a huge following, Diary of a Real Housewife. And it's been a great interview talking about this.
Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it. Yeah, and maybe we'll do this again sometime. I just found out my list that I'll be busy for the next month.
Nice.
Next week, I'm interviewing a high school friend of mine. His name is Texas Squid 1 on Twitch. Maverick is a moderator of mine.
Cool.
Death Reaper Gaming and BNR are the upcoming Saturday streams, and between the live in person, maybe in Lynchburg when I'm there. I'm going to be there the 12th through the 14th.
Okay.
Maybe we can do something.
Yeah. Hit me up.
I actually got me for $50 a night. I found me a studio place. Got the entire guest suite and stuff in Lynchburg. So it's a nice home through Airbnb.
Nice.
I'm staying at lots of Airbnbs this summer. And so I'll be in there bringing a lot of my content stuff with me, probably my green screen, maybe some other stuff after the district conference. Then I'm going to go hike the Roanoke Star after that, then travel to Lynchburg, get some healthy exercise in.
Nice,
I want to promote healthy living too, because a lot of people that are out there, they're streaming, they're not getting healthy, they're not promoting healthy habits. So one thing I want to try to promote is healthy eating, healthy living, and just trying to better yourself for your body down the road. And so I think we're going to wrap it up. Thank you again for coming on. And
no problem. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was a good talk.
Yeah, definitely. and we're gonna wrap it up here as soon as I figure out how to do that.
See ya.
All right.